Hello and welcome to Trivia Quiz Rush. This is the weekly pub quiz and I have prepared 5 fun quiz categories for you today, each containing 6 questions. We'll start off with the first category, which is Roman mythology, followed up with history, round number 3, geography, and as always, round 4 and 5 are true or false and general knowledge. As always, you have of course limited time to answer each question, and right over here you see the winners of the previous pub quiz. Congrats to you if you're here. So be sure to count your score because there's a maximum of 31 points to be scored, including one open bonus question. And without further ado, let's start the quiz. Let's go. Good luck. Round 1, Roman mythology. Who is the Roman king of the gods and ruler of the sky? Is it Juno, Mars, or Jupiter? And the answer is Jupiter. Jupiter is the Roman equivalent of Zeus, reigning over the heavens and known for wielding thunderbolts. Number 2. Who is the Roman equivalent of Poseidon? Is it Vulcan, Neptune, or Janus? The answer is Neptune. Neptune is a Roman god of sea and water, closely mirroring the Greek god Poseidon with similar symbols and powers. Which Roman goddess is associated with heart, home, and family? Is it Vesta, Juno, or Minerva? Correct with Vesta. Vesta is similar to Hestia in Greek mythology. Number 4. Who is the Roman goddess of the hunt and the moon? Is it Diana, Venus, or Ceres? And the answer is Diana. Diana mirrors the Greek goddess Artemis. Which Roman god was the father of Romulus and Remus? Is it Jupiter, Neptune, or Mars? And the answer is Mars. Mars is also the Roman god of war. And the last one for this category. Who is the Roman goddess of earth and agriculture? Is it Juno, Ceres, or Flora? And the answer is Ceres. Ceres, the Roman goddess of agriculture, is associated with fertility, crops, and motherhood. And round number 2, history. First one. Who is known for uniting the Hawaiian Islands into a single kingdom in 1810? Is it Kamehameha I, Pele, or Lono? And the answer is A. He was known for being a great warrior, diplomat, and leader. Question number 2. Who led the first successful expedition to sail around the world in 1522? Is it Christopher Columbus, Ferdinand Magellan, or Vasco da Gama? And correct with Ferdinand Magellan. His expedition was the first to circumnavigate the globe, although Magellan himself did not survive the journey. Up next, who led the first expedition to circumnavigate Australia? Is it James Cook, Matthew Flinders, or Abel Tasman? And the answer is Matthew Flinders. He was the first to circumnavigate the Australian continent and proposed the name Australia. And which country was the first to grant women the right to vote? Is it the United States, New Zealand, or Finland? It's New Zealand. New Zealand was a pioneer in women's suffrage, granting women the right to vote in 1893. And what was the original purpose of the Olympic Games in ancient Greece? Is it military training, religious ceremonies, or celebrating the harvest? Correct if you guessed religious ceremonies. Originally, the Olympic Games were held in honor of Zeus, as they were as much of a religious festival as an athletic competition. Last one for this category again. What was the primary goal of the Crusades? Is it to capture the Holy Land, spread Christianity, or defeat the Ottoman Empire? And the answer is to capture the Holy Land. Beginning in the late 11th century, it aimed to reclaim Jerusalem and the Holy Land. Round number 3, Geography. Which European country has the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites? Is it France, Spain, or Italy? It's Italy. Italy has over 50 World Heritage Sites showcasing its rich history and culture. Number 2. Which country has the highest population density in Europe? Belgium, the Netherlands, or Monaco? Correct with Monaco. With around 26,000 people per square kilometer, Monaco is the densest in Europe. And what is the world's northernmost capital city? Stockholm, Oslo, or Reykjavik? It's Reykjavik. Reykjavik, Iceland is located just below the Arctic Circle. Which European country has the most islands? Is it Norway, Greece, or Sweden? And the answer is Sweden. Sweden has around 267,000 islands, more than any other European country. And which country is the world's leading exporter of bananas? Is it Ecuador, Brazil, or Costa Rica? And correct if you guessed Ecuador. Ecuador is the largest exporter of bananas, supplying about 25% of the world's bananas. And which mountain in Africa is known as the Roof of Africa? Is it Mount Kenya, Mount Elgon, or Mount Kilimanjaro? And the answer is Mount Kilimanjaro, standing almost 6 kilometers tall or 3.7 miles tall. It's Africa's highest peak, earning its nickname. On to round 4, true or false. Camels have 3 sets of eyelids to protect against sand. And the answer is true. Camels have 2 rows of eyelashes and a third transparent eyelid to protect their eyes. Humans are the only animals that blush. True or false? Correct with true. Humans are the only species known to blush due to emotional responses. Up next, the Sahara Desert is the largest desert in the world. And this one is false. Antarctica, which is a cold desert, is actually the largest desert on Earth. And time to earn your bonus point with today's bonus question. Who famously sang What a Wonderful World in 1967? If you know the answer, leave it in the comments down below. Number 4. The Great Pyramid of Giza was originally covered in gold. This one is false. Instead, the Great Pyramid was once covered in smooth white limestone, making it shine in the sun. And tomatoes are vegetables. True or false? And the answer is false. Botanically, tomatoes are fruits because they develop from the flower of the plant and contain seeds. And last one for this category, a female lion does more hunting than a male lion. True or false? And this one is true. Female lions do the majority of hunting for their prides, while males focus on protection and territory. And on to the last round, general knowledge. Which animal has the unique ability to rotate its stomach inside out? A starfish, an octopus, or a seahorse? And the answer is a starfish. Starfish can invert their stomachs to envelop and digest food outside their bodies, a unique feeding mechanism among echinoderms. And in which city is the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum located? Is it New York, Paris, or London? And the answer is New York. The Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum unique architecture is designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. And we're almost there. Who was the longest serving president of the United States? Was it FDR, Abraham Lincoln, or George Washington? And correct with Franklin D. Roosevelt. FDR served as a president for 4 terms, leading the United States through the Great Depression and World War II. And which singer is known as the Boss? Is it Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, or Bob Dylan? It's Bruce Springsteen. Springsteen is celebrated for his anthems and storytelling, especially about American working class life. And who discovered radium and polonium? Is it Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, or Niels Bohr? It's Marie Curie. Curie's groundbreaking research in radioactivity earned her Nobel Prizes in physics and chemistry. And last but not least, which country's flag is this? Is it India, Bangladesh, or Pakistan? And the answer is Bangladesh. And that's it for this week's pop quiz. We've reached the end. There are total 31 points to be scored, and right over here you will see the scoreboard again with the last quiz's winners. If you post your score in the comments, you have a chance to be displayed here next week. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye!